Talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they got one name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Make way for the big shots, big balls, big rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan. Get lost, we been this wrong. Look at me now, you can't hold me down. So give me the crown. We're not the same, we're not the same. We're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same. They ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Yeah, I think it was Friday in the middle of March when we got the word that we were not going to be able to continue our off-season program. We'd had a team meeting in the weight room, and I can remember telling the guys that we were shut down. I didn't know when we were going to be back, and really just put it in the team's hands, put it in the players' hands. Passed out footballs, passed out half rounds, and watched our team walk out the door, and didn't know when we were going to be able to be together again. Everything, through that time period, Zoom meetings, checking in on guys, getting great reports about guys working out at their house, getting together to throw, obviously within the rules and being safe. But yeah, there was just a lot of uncertainty when we finally did get the green light to get together in the summer. It was pods of 10. It was, not using footballs, and it just seemed like every step of the way we weren't sure if we were going to be able to have a season. And every step, our guys just responded. They showed up. They had a smile on their face. They had a bounce in their step, and they just took everything in stride. And I think when you look back at some of the success that we were able to have this year, it's mainly that attitude that our guys had. It's not so much what the coaches did or the circumstances or our opponents, but you can really trace back to what went on from March to July and see the results through December.
Yeah. Get back right. Yeah. I had to get back right. Get back right. Yeah. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Fell off, lost my cool. Whoa, say, bounce back, got dirt on my shoes. Got back right. When you got real power, you can't lose. I had to get back right. Yeah, get back right. Yeah, top down, hair back. Ride by the high beach, Stone Fairfax. Money morning, I don't wanna hear trap. I play Rick James when I'm in traffic. I've been doing this since 5th grade. I've been doing this since I've been saved. I've been rock crowds on a big stage. I've been made hits with some big names. Yada, 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 yada. Bought a Mercedes for my baby mama. VIP, rockin' Dolce Gabbana. I went to the Grammys and I took my mama. Bottles on bottles on bottles and models on models on models and dollars on dollars. Yeah, that don't help me when my soul when I holler and I'm feeling the pain and I'm dealing with drama. Woo! That's too deep. Yeah, guess I better fall back. Nah, get this work. You should've wore a hard hat. They told us don't work in the summer. I told them I'm working on something. I'm waving my banner, no propaganda. Why you flexing in your Panamera? Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Fell off, lost my cool. Whoa, say, bounce back, got dirt on my shoes. Got back right. When you got real power, you can't lose. I had to get back right. Yeah, I had to get back right. I don't really stress, I pray more. Did Lord, stretch my case up. I've been doing this since you was like Ocho Nuevo, playing with your Legos. Look, I don't cap, I rap facts. You ain't go and check the stats. You and your squad versus me and my guy. Look, bro, you ain't finna win that now. Was a season when I thought that I had fell off. Then I sat back like you crazy, boy, you know you well off. Everything I had was rented. Nissan on the side, I was dented. No tents, you could see who was in it. At the mall, I was pinching my pennies. In the beginning, Jimmy Jazz for the clothes, TV Johnny for the gold. Them was the goals. Never cared about my soul. I can wait till I get old. I'm on these hold up. Wait a minute, new beginnings. I was down, now I'm winning. I know who did it and I don't forget it. You know I'm still about the family business. I gotta get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Get back right. I had to get back right. Fell off, lost my cool. Whoa, say, bounce back, got dirt on my shoes. Got back right. When you got real power, you can't lose. I had to get back right. I had to get back right.
I do it for the turn up. Got that ammo locked and loaded. I ain't talking about no burn up. Flip a page, I'll explode it. Got a cabin in Manolo. Manolo. Yes, sir. Got a cabin in Manolo. Manolo.
Tryna tell them boys I never leave a crib alone. Cause I keep one in my car and I got two at home. They different kinds, but they do the same thing. Double edged, double barrel. Yes, sir. I'm out here facing dragons, I ain't out my mind. They coming from a soul, so it's bad that time. Them lies, they tryna kill me if you don't believe me. I don't care, I can't take it easy. I'm flipping a page, I'm trigger happy, you're clipping the gauge. Clicking and hitting the stage, hit you with truth, he's in every phrase. He cut me deep, I'm diving in. When I ride, I got that, I'm alive again. That's right. When I ride, I got that, you know we got it. I'm alive again. Manolo, man.
When I ride, I
Why
got
we
that.
do it?
I do it for the turn up. Got that ammo locked and loaded. I ain't talking about no burn up. Flip a page, I'll explode it. Got a cabin in Manolo. Got a cabin in Manolo. Got a cabin in Manolo.
Manolo, I'm out here going poster. My partners think I lost it. My mama think I'm loco. I keep my shooter closer. You know it's fully automatic. Shoot you straight, man. That truth will do you plenty damage. I got enemies, I can't see them all, but they lurking. I flip that page on them, my trigger finger stay working. I got plenty ammo, got old and new, they both testify. My lord, ain't nobody playing with you, gon' mess around and come testify. And I ain't gotta say no more. Mama click, click, bang, and the thing gon' blow. Red letters like a red dot on your dome. Yap, 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 yap. All y'all gon' wanna dash for the backseat. That's me with a clip full of black ink. I'ma hit y'all with it till I split y'all with it. Man down, had a bad week, bad week.
Man down, had a bad week, Man down, had a bad week. I do it for the turn up. Got that ammo locked and loaded. I ain't talking about no burn up. Flip a page, I'll explode it. Got a cabin in Manolo. Got a cabin in Manolo. Got a cabin in Manolo.
I be a sheep, I'm a dummy. Sometimes it ain't even funny. Them lies are sicker than pores, and why the truth it is sweeter than honey. And we know that he got us. We use withers, can't block us, he back us. When them lies are the lockers, his word is my weapon, it's going but
I do it for the turn up. Got that ammo locked and loaded. I ain't talking about no burn up. Flip a page, I'll explode it. Got a cabin in Manolo.
Michael Jackson, baby girl, Billie Jean ain't my friend. Lights, yeah. If you know what I mean, yeah. Ever since the teen, I've been walking like Prince Hakeem, yeah. Now we finna go to Africa. I'm a backseat passenger. Come on, kept it real in the street, never put on. Had to look both ways with a hood on, and I couldn't walk around with a grin on. Now I let it be known what I've been on. We done came in the game with a big bang. Gotta break the whole chain when I get pain. Put a change in my name like I'm Bruce Wayne. I can feel it in my veins with a new thing. Hey, Michael Jackson, baby girl, Billie Jean ain't my friend. Yeah, lights, camera, action. Took a little break, now I'm going back in. Yeah, hey, Michael Jackson, 10 toe down when I'm hitting my spin. Lights, camera, action. Yeah, hey, I'm going back in. In the zone right now, I'm walking like Michael Jackson. Look around, it's a thriller outside again. Michael Jackson, city going up right now, but I'm coming straight through the lights. Camera, action. Club going up right now, but I'm rocking with you tonight.
There was no way out for me, I had to get bands. I had to pray to the Lord, I lifted my hands. My mom be tripping on me, boy, pick up your pants. Boy, pick up your hands. She know I'm a bad way at heart, she know that I can't. These girls get this feeling, it feel like get out. Me and my love are like twins, Dylan and Coach Bro. Already said it 4 times, you know what I'm about. Dawg, stop being fake, depressed, you just want clout.
Hey, Michael Jackson, baby girl, 15, make my friend. Hey, Michael Jackson, baby girl, 15, make my friend. Yeah, lights, camera, action. Took a little break, now I'm going back in. Super Bowl ring, yeah. Tryna build a whole team, yeah. If you know what I mean. Super Bowl ring, yeah. Tryna build a whole team, yeah.
One of my favorite memories wasn't necessarily a big play, but I remember we were playing Bullitt Central, and I was running down the field. Brant had the ball, and Adam Ballard stripped the ball from him, our own teammate, even after we gained like 30 yards. So I just remember that, and that was a really funny moment for me.
I'd say my favorite game from this year was probably that revenge win from Mercer County. You know, I just felt like that first game we came out really flat, and we didn't have we were missing some coaches and some players, and I felt like getting that game back meant a lot to us, gave us a good confidence builder to go into the playoffs with.
Bullitt East. Definitely going to be Bullitt East, yeah. I mean, we crushed that team. It was 49-0 when the Stars were in.
That was an awesome game.
And that was when we came out, and we had no idea.
I know.
We had no idea what we were doing, and we were prepared. It was just like it was Corona, right?
Yeah, well, I would say Western Hills because, so I was a kicker this year. I've always been, because I played soccer as a kid, and senior night, I went out, and it was my first time, playing varsity football, and I was, really nervous, and I went in for the extra point or whatever, and I kicked, and it missed, like, barely out of the left post, and a few games later, I think it was probably 2 games later, it was Western Hills, and I got put in again, and I made it, and it was, like, the best feeling ever for me, because it was like I redeemed myself. I was like, right, I did it. Yeah. So.
Ain't no way we gonna leak it to the grave. We gonna keep it kind. Cause you and me, we are both soldiers. Ain't coming back till it's over. I carry you home on my shoulders. We got the same blood. And when the rain comes, walk through the same mud. Stay by your side, it's ride or die. We got the same blood. Don't matter where you came from. Cause when the day's done, we got the same blood. We're all part of the same organism. Between our hearts there ain't no division. We all share the tears and grief. We all share the air we breathe. And when it's our time to leave, it's the same red that we bleed. It's the same red that we bleed. We got the same blood. And when the rain
Everybody looks and hates our lust and our pride. We're corrupted inside, yo, the road to destruction is wide. Trust me, I know, I hell yay while clutching a foe. In a rush just to blow, go DJ. I just hustle and flow. So I know the street life's attractive. Know the price for your tactics is Christ coming back. And there won't be no lights, camera, action. The fact is, you're going circles like backspin. From seeing you trapped in, you don't see it's ugly like cracked skin. My passions, you see the pain of his lashes. Hanging with the rock, more solid than Dame Dashes. But Christ we're mashing, life's everlasting. We pick up our cross and we carry it on our backs then. So just consider us witnesses of the truth. Presenting the gospel message, we're spitting it in the booth. So if you really want your stress and relief, have faith like George Michael, man, confess and believe. Let's go.
Lend us your ear, yo, this situation's like do or die. Hush a ducky, yet they say no way, you know why. Got to go get to my sick'em with my mouth open wide. From the front to the back, from side to side, we gon' evangelize. We telling stories about the truth, therefore this ain't no lie. We so fresh, so clean, we purified, ain't no compromise. Whether you like it or not, we on your block, on your block. We in your hood, even if your block is high.
This senior class has been phenomenal. The leadership, I thought, this year's team to last year's team, we took a big step forward. And it's hard to lead, right? It's easy to lead when everything's going well. It's hard to lead when things are kind of falling apart around you, when you don't know if you're going to have a season, when you're not able to see your coaches, when your future hangs in the air. It takes a special group to take all that in, stay focused, stay the course, and our team was largely able to do that because of this senior class. Yes, they're extremely talented. Yes, many of these guys have set the record books here at Cal for years to come. I think what stands out most about this senior class is their leadership and their focus, and just a fun group to coach. A lot of laughs, a lot of they worked their tails off, but we had fun doing it, and I'm really going to miss them.
May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young.
May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the wind changes shift.
May your heart always be joyful, and may your song always be...
Yeah, so with our loss in the regular season against Mercer County, it actually fell to DeSales and us to be the second and third team in the district, which you know, you take those things with a grain of salt. You watch film and you understand that we're a very good football team, top 5 football team in the state. DeSales is a very good football team, top 5 football team in the state. So to enter the first round of the playoffs and then to feel like, you know, this is potentially a state championship type caliber of game was very unique and very interesting. Obviously, our guys were extremely hungry. You know, we're not able to get that game in the regular season because of quarantine and because of cancellations, both on our part and their part. And man, to go into a first-round playoff game against your rival during a COVID season and come out of there with a win was really special. It wasn't pretty, but our guys, you know, stuck together like they had all year and battled and came out with a W.
DeSales, because like going from, you know, they beat us, you know, in the playoffs last year, you know, we had to get, you know, pay them back. We had to pay them back. So, and yeah, that was probably my most fun game of the season by far.
It's DeSales first round. It was the last play of the game. I remember I was just sitting back there because we knew they were going to throw deep because they had to score, and I just see Will Parr like swinging the dude down. The dude chucks up the ball. I don't know how he threw like 40 yards in the air, and then we swatted down, and everyone got so hyped, and all the student section, even though it was because of COVID, came running at us and all that, and that was probably my favorite time, honestly.
Definitely the DeSales game. It was a big game, and I was asked to play O-line in the middle of it because Minerath went out, and that was, you know, just a huge sudden change I had to adapt to, but I thought I played pretty good, and it was a huge team win, and biggest I've probably ever been a part of, and it was awesome.
The demons creeping in, oh, another round trading shots with my ego. Running can't tell me now, your chains only drag me down. I've battled hard with the face in the mirror. Every scar makes me dig down deeper. Push it till there's nothing more, 'cause I'm stronger than I was before. It's time to stand up, show me what you're made of. Hands up, hands up. Fight the fear, rising from the ground, gonna make you a believer. Fight the fear, blood, sweat, tears make the pain taste sweeter. Fight the fear. Rise up from the ground, gonna make you
Pray you have a safe trip back home tonight. Thanks for playing.
I'd say my favorite game from this year was probably that revenge win from Mercer County. You know, I just felt like that first game we came out really flat, and we didn't have what we were missing, some coaches and some players, and I felt like getting that game back meant a lot to us, gave us a good confidence builder to go into the playoffs with. And you know, the whole team was excited about that one. That one really proved how good we were and how much we had grown since then. You know, everyone played well. We had a good offensive game and a defensive game. We just really came together and contributed as well.
Nobody said it'd be an easy ride. Obstacles in my way, scars never change. Why do I crumble quickly, stumble swiftly? Cursing the world, I burn the songs I wrote 1,000,000,000 times in my head. I'm feeling low, got nowhere to go, but back up again. You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling so weak, but baby I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion. You gotta get bruised before you get mad.
to me, Glasgow was the quintessential trap game. You heard their coaches talking about how they would almost had to play a perfect game to beat us, and we were heavy favorites. And you turn on the film and you see a very, very talented football team, a team that runs the wing tee extremely well, which is always difficult to prepare for in a couple of days, and then obviously a long bus ride down to Glasgow. A wet field, definitely favors a run-heavy team first. So a lot of things in that game felt like could have gone against us. We had some guys that were battling through some issues as well. And once again, this team showed up just like they had done all year and stayed together, played together, executed, believed in themselves, believed in their coaches, and got the W in what I felt like was a very difficult environment.
We got the same blood, the same blood. Stay by your side, it's ride or die. We've got the same blood. We're the run toward the fire kind. We're the fearless on the front line. We're to never leave each other, always laying down the cover. Take a bullet for your brother kind. We're the heroes in the background. We're the brave who never back down. For the glory, for the honor, tell the story. When you're gone, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger now. Cause you and me, we are both soldiers. Ain't coming back till it's over. I carry you home on my shoulders. We got the same blood. And when the rain comes, walk through the same mud. Stay by your side, it's ride or die. We got the same blood. Don't matter where you came from. Cause when the day's done, we got the same blood. We're the stand and face the music hand. Two warriors with one mind. We're the never tell a secret. Ain't no way we gonna leak it to the grave. We gonna keep it kind. Cause you and me, we are both soldiers. Ain't coming back till it's over. I carry you home on my shoulders. We got the same blood. And when the rain comes, walk through the same mud. Stay by your side, it's ride or die. We got the same blood. Don't matter where you came from. Cause when the day's done, we got the same blood. We're all part of the same organism. Between our hearts there ain't no division. We all share the tears and grief. We all share the air we breathe. And when it's our time to leave, it's the same red that we bleed.
So, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. That's a heck of a good football team. Glasgow. It's a heck of a good football team. You found a way to get a W, right? You're region championships. You're region champions. That's another trophy.
We're region champs, baby! We're region champs! We are region champs!
BD-Town. BD-Town.
Oh, yeah. All right. BD-Town on 3, 1, 2, 3. BD-Town!
Obviously, the season didn't end like we wanted it to, but one thing that I'm really proud of that I take away from the Elizabethtown game was our team and how they responded at halftime. The first half was not pretty. It was not how we wanted it to go, and I started to see some cracks on our sideline. Some emotional cracks and guys just not staying together, not doing some of the things that as a staff we preached to our team all year, and we really challenged them at halftime to not lose their minds, to continue to trust one another, continue to trust the coaching staff like they had done all year. We didn't talk a lot about X's and O's. We talked more about finishing this thing the right way, coming out and playing like we had seen all year, like we'd seen guys battle and stay together all year, and our guys responded to that, and we definitely, because of that, had an opportunity to win that football game and fell a little short. But when I think about that game, I will think about that halftime, and walking out at halftime and after saying, my piece to the team and thinking this game's either about to get really ugly or these guys are going to relax. They're going to come together as brothers and they're going to play this game the right way and give themselves a chance to win. And that's exactly what they did. And I'm extremely proud of them for doing that.
Do you feel the same when I'm away from you? Do you know the line that I'd walk for you? We could turn around or we could give it up, but we'll take what comes, take what comes. Oh, the storm is raging against us now. If you're afraid of falling, then don't look down. But we took the step, but we took the leap, and we'll take what comes, take what comes. Feel the wind in your hair, feel the rush way up here. We're walking the wire, love. We're walking the wire, love. We couldn't be higher. Up, we're walking the wire, wire, wire. There's nights we had to just walk away, and there's tears we cry, but those tears will fade. It's a price to pay when it comes to love, and we'll take what comes, take what comes. Feel the wind in your hair, feel the rush way up here. We're walking the wire, love. We're walking the wire, love. We couldn't be higher. Up, we're walking the wire, wire, wire. So look out down below. Look out down below. Look out down below. Walking the wire, wire, wire. So look out down below. Oh, I'll take your hand when thunder roars, and I hold you close, I'll stay the course. I promise you from up above that we'll take what comes, take what comes, love. We're walking the wire, love. We're walking the wire, love. We couldn't be higher. Up, we're walking the wire, wire, wire. So look out down below. Look out down below. Look out down below. Walking the wire, wire, wire. So look out down below.
I'd like to thank my parents and my brothers. They always had a deep interest in everything I did as a player. And I'd also want to thank Coach Hilliard, Coach Gratton, Coach Riley, all of them. They really were great leaders on the field, and especially I want to thank Coach Cantwell, who came in, really made us like one of his own sons, taught us a lot, and he was a really good leader as well. And then finally, like my first coach, I want to thank is Coach Griffey too. He was the one who started it all for me, so just shout out to him.
Yep. I'd want to thank my parents and my brother, my twin brother I've been playing with forever, and my teammates. But most of all, I would like to thank Coach Cantwell. It's his second year coming in as a new head coach. He's done amazing. We went to the semifinals in the second year he's been here. So, Coach Cantwell, he's just been a great motivation for us in that it's his second year and he's done great here. We went to the semifinals in the second year, so I feel like he's just a great person that has taught me well. And another big one would be Coach Ross. I only had him for 2 years. That was my freshman and sophomore year. And then probably my biggest was Coach Hilliard, because he's always been there since I've known him since like second grade. He's always been that guy to like give me a noogie or something on the head and just cheer me up. He's just amazing dude.
First off, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to continue to play this sport every single day. Then I'd also like to thank my family for supporting me through everything and all that I've gone through and this whole thing. Then Coach Cantwell for helping me and build me as a player and a person. And the entire coaching staff, because they've just helped us grow as grown men. I mean, as young men and as players. And then I'd also like to thank the whole Cal community for just supporting us through this entire journey and just supporting us and being fans and always having our backs and always being at the games. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
I'd like to thank God, for giving me these abilities to play the game of football. And most importantly, I want to thank my parents for being there since I was 6 years old, bringing me to practice every single day and staying by my side. And I want to thank Coach Hilliard. He's been there for me, since I was a freshman year, and like every time something happens to me where I get emotional, he's always there to calm me down. And I want to thank Coach Riley for believing in me for being middle linebacker last year, because he liked me on the defensive line. So I want to thank him for allowing me to stomach me being a middle linebacker. So, and I want to thank the rest of our coaches. I mean, they've been a great help in my life and teaching me things to be a man and to be a great football player. And I want to thank my grandfather for being there. Knows he's not here right now, but he's watching. But I want to thank him, and I'm glad I could, play my best for him. Yeah. I also want to thank my twin brother, Brant, for always being there for me, since birth. So yeah, that's awesome. And I want to thank all my friends, for being there, And yeah.
I don't even know where to start. Everybody, all the coaches, all the fans, all my teammates, everybody's been such a blessing to me. I felt all the love from all of you all. The fact that my teammates voted me a senior captain this year has been one of the biggest honors I've ever received. I'd like to thank Coach Cantwell for stepping up. I know it was tough, some big shoes to fill after LaFour's, and I really think he did. And it just was such a blessing being coached under him. He's taught me so much about the game, and he's made me love football. And I could credit him to wanting me to play in college, just getting my football IQ up. I'd like to thank Coach Jones because he's always been my defensive back coach, and he's been the one. He's taught me everything I knew, and he's taught me good work ethic and have a good heart about football. And it's just been a blessing under him. And then Jay Money, you're my guy. The wide receiver team, both Coach Jones and Jay Money. I was the only senior, and you all helped me lead the pack and leave a legacy. But with all the coaches, Coach Hilliard, Coach Riley, even though you all weren't my specific position group coaches, I love you all to death. You all made me such a better player and gave me so much love throughout the season. Coach Ramey, he always gave me a good time, always fun to talk to. But just want to thank all the fans, all the parents, my parents, mom and dad, I love you. Thank you for, like Braden said, taking me to practice every day, caring about my football career, and just thank you to everybody.
I want to thank my family for sure, who stuck with me all through these years. At first driving me to practices and things, and coming to all my games. I want to thank, individually, I want to thank Coach Hilliard for pushing me in O-line, teaching me all these techniques, and really working with me the past 4 years. I also want to thank Coach Riley for working with me defensively, and Coach Ramey for working with me on the D-line. Helped a lot.
I would like to thank my dad and my mom. They drove me to practice since 3rd grade, and they came to all my games and always supported me no matter what. Same thing with my grandparents, and they never missed a game, came to every single one and was right there for me. And then for the coaches, I've had to play a new position, offense and defense, so it was huge having Coach Hilliard be patient with me and help me out even whenever I was messing up or still learning stuff. Same thing with Coach Riley at DN. It was huge that he gave me the opportunity to play a new position, and he believed in me.
I'd like to thank my parents for coming to all my games and helping me out throughout since 1st grade probably, and just thank Coach Riley for helping me out, being my coach this whole time I've been here. These past 2 years, he's helped a lot. Thank you.
Well, starting off, my parents, who's driven me to every practice since 3rd grade, since I could even play football. My mom, who actually didn't want me playing football initially, now comes to every game, screams my name. She's learning the plays and how to play football. Just getting there. And then coaches. I like to thank Coach Hilliard, who's just always been there for me and always gave me the shot and saw what was in me. And I'd like to thank LaFours and Cantwell, obviously, coming in here off of a championship team, and he really brought us together and took things in his own hands, which I kind of liked.
I'd probably say Coach Hilliard, because he's the special teams coach, and obviously this was my first year playing high school, so I didn't really know what to expect going into it. And I'd also thank my parents, because they really pushed me to do it and said, you would regret not doing this. Mm-hmm. So going into it, I was a little nervous, so I'd do all the practice and stuff, and Hilliard, he would always push me in practice to do better, and make sure to tell me that I need to work on something. And then whenever an opportunity arose, he'd always give me the shot. And another thing I really liked about it is he would always tell me, we're a family, and that was really reassuring to me. I'm going out there, I'm not having to prove myself to anyone. We're all here for each other, good or bad game. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
So many people to thank in any football year, definitely in a COVID year. It takes a whole village, and we had so many people step up. And definitely want to say special thanks to our coaching staff and those guys that show up every day and pour their hearts, souls, and minds into these young men, into this program for very little pay. Not for any glory or any selfish purpose, but just because they love the game and they love these young men and they want to give back. And it's a special group of guys that I get to coach with. And every day I'm blessed to show up and work with these guys. So I could not do it without them. Our families regularly stepped up, whether it was water, whether it was filming, helping with transportation. I mean, there's just so many people to thank. I definitely want to thank our team mom, Melanie Babin. She is such a big help to me with the operation side and everything that goes into making a football season kick off the right way. I want to thank our administration, Brad Morgan, Jared McKinney, Cora Parker, Holly Foster, the work that they did behind the scenes, working with the KHSAA, working with the health department, making sure that these guys could have a season. Really, they did a ton of work to make that happen. And anybody else, I know I'm forgetting a ton of people, but we couldn't have done it without the village that is Cal, and that is Cal football, and I'm very thankful that their efforts and hard work and sacrifice bore fruit this season.
Oh, I take your hand when thunder roars, and I hold you close, I'll stay the course. I promise you from up above